Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We begin with the weather. Look at that.
Yeah.
Not exactly a summer postcard. Dreary day all across southeast Michigan. The big question now, though, are we done with the rain? Good to have you with us here at 5. I'm Devin Skilliam.
I'm Kimberly Gill, and she is forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams. Kim, when are we going to get the sun back here?
We'll get some sunshine by tomorrow. There's even been a couple of holes in the overcast this evening, and the rain is for the most part done. There could be an isolated sprinkle, but we should be good to go tonight. 71 is much cooler than normal. This time of year, our normal high is 82, and we barely made it out of the 60s today. 72 in Howell, 70 in Pontiac, 70 in Adrian. You can see here temperatures are only in the 60s up in the Thumb, mid 60s in Sandusky, upper 60s in Mount Clemens, 70s everywhere else you go. Widen the view for you. It's rare that it happens, but it does. It's warmer right now in Alpena than it is here. In fact, it's warmer up in the UP and Marquette. They're in the mid 70s and we're sitting in the low 70s. If you're headed to the Tigers game tonight, it's going to be chilly later on tonight, especially once that sun sets at 8:45. Temperatures will drop down into the low to mid 60s by the end of the game. But then tomorrow we do get our sunshine back and we're right back into the low 80s, but not completely rain free. We'll talk about that in just a couple minutes.
Hey, Kim. Other top story tonight, Rashad Trice, the man accused of kidnapping and killing a 2-year-old little girl, appeared in court today to answer to federal charges.
At that hearing in Grand Rapids, Trice pleaded not guilty on charges that could have him facing the death penalty if convicted. Victor Williams traveled to the hearing.
Well, this was a very long time coming, but Rashad Trice finally had his moment before a judge on the federal level right here at this courthouse in Grand Rapids. What took place inside of that hearing was like the whole thing happening all over again.
The defendant, Rashad Malik Trice, age 26, pleaded not guilty to the federal charges we have filed against him.
Shackled from head to toe, Rashad Trice appeared in federal court, sitting before a judge for his alleged role in the death of his ex-girlfriend's 2-year-old daughter, Winter Cole Smith.
The alleged facts in this case are staggering, and my deepest sympathies go out to the mother, to the father, to the family in this case.
Those facts once again brought up at Trice's federal arraignment as he sat next to his public defender with a face full of remorse. These sketches are all we can show you visually of what took place inside. It was there the judge went over evidence leading to Trice's arrest, which includes license plate readers and cell phone pinging, which revealed his location. The entire search taking a toll on both local law enforcement and the FBI.
Winter's fate brings unimaginable grief to her loved ones, and that grief is shared by the community and those of us in law enforcement. But for us, our sadness is outmatched by our commitment, focus, and resolve on supporting the prosecution.
Trice is now facing federal charges of kidnapping a minor and kidnapping resulting in death. If convicted, he's facing a minimum of life in prison and is even eligible for the death penalty. Unfortunately, the case serves as a constant reminder of the 2-year-old's final moments to her surviving family members.
Today is an important step on delivering on the commitment to deliver justice for Winter and her family, but it doesn't bring her back. And so we ask you to continue to please keep her loved ones in your thoughts.
And as Trice heads back to court, we'll of course keep everyone updated on all of his legal proceedings, just like we have done in the past. Victor Williams, Local 4, back to you.
Victor, what about the charges he's still facing on the local level then?
Yeah, well, we know that this man has to now also answer for allegedly raping and stabbing Winter's mother. So on top of all of this on the federal level, he still has to answer to that, and you can just imagine what this family is going through.
So right. All right, Victor. Well, this afternoon, family and friends gathered at a Washtenaw County assisted living facility to honor the life of Amber Thomas.
Thomas was shot and killed last week in a parking lot outside the Linden Square assisted living facility in Saline, where she worked. Her ex-boyfriend is charged with open murder in the case. Sean Lay is live in Saline for us tonight. Sean, she was beloved by her co-workers and residents of that facility.
That assisted living center right behind me here in Saline. Amber Thomas inside helping people every single day as they go on with their lives inside the center today. not a dry eye, absolute packed house as people came for a vigil to honor her life. Now, Amber was walking right across the street here on a break when her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, police say, was here waiting with a gun. He gunned her down. Let's start with Salene's police chief, who says Salene is still shaken up by what happened right here.
It's still lingering, and when you heard them talk about hope, I think that's what we need right now is hope that this small community where normally this doesn't happen can heal together.
Salene Police Chief Marlene Radzik says people here are still shaken, many packing the Linden Square Assisted Living Center inside to honor the life of employee Amber Jo Thomas. Thomas was gunned down outside Thursday morning, police say, by her ex-boyfriend who was waiting for her, despite Thomas having a personal protection order against him. 58-year-old Barry Garza was arrested and charged with murdering Thomas. Prosecutors say Garza allegedly said that he is not sorry. His intent was to kill Amber Thomas.
It's horrific, and it was so unnecessary and just sad. I mean, even for the first responding officers, you know, this is something that's going to stay with all of us for forever.
Police tell us Thomas did all the right things to protect herself. She got that personal protection order after getting numerous death threats. That did not keep Garza away. What do other people do in similar situations?
Obviously, if they feel threatened, they should contact a law enforcement professional. As it relates specifically to the Salene Police Department, Chief Radzik and her staff are always available. If anyone has questions or concerns or just doesn't know where to turn and needs somebody to talk to, they should reach out to our officers at any time.
Good advice from Salene's mayor there. Let's talk more about this for a moment. If someone is in a similar domestic and dangerous situation, the mayor and chief say Amber Thomas, did all the right things. It still did not keep this ex-boyfriend away with a gun, and she has been gunned down. Now, police say, and the mayor says, of course, there are services out there for people in a similar situation, but don't complicate things. Call 911, get police involved right away. That could be the first call you should make in a similar situation. Very sad situation out here, Kimberly.
Just absolutely heartbreaking. You know, Sean, though, friends, co-workers, they're staying awfully quiet about this. What does that say to you?
Well, they put out a statement here because she was so loved here, and people are just drained by this. They can't believe it happened right out here, and that she is gone. It's just so tragic. Linden Square, they tell us they're so grateful for the outpouring of support that they're getting from the community, and they're trying to navigate this very difficult time kind of thrown on to them right out here. And again, so sad that she was doing all the right things, and it still didn't stop it.
And just beloved by her co-workers and residents there.
Yes.
Sean, we appreciate it.
The Detroit man who allegedly shot and killed his wife has been charged now with premeditated first-degree murder and a felony firearm charge. The shooting happened Friday morning after some kind of argument between a couple that had been separated, and that argument escalated. Officers found the victim, Andrika McIntosh, lying in the road unresponsive. Her husband, Brayon McIntosh, was seen standing near the victim with a handgun. Andrika was pronounced dead on the scene. Brayon was taken into custody.
Controversy surrounding proposed rule changes to downtown Plymouth's outdoor dining may come to a head tonight.
Yeah, City Commission set to meet. Business owners are expected to show up to that meeting in force. Pamela Osborne live on this with what's at stake here, Pamela.
Well, Devin, there's quite a bit. The city is attempting to formalize and really just update its outdoor patio dining policy and take into consideration things like access to parking, access to the physical sidewalk space, and so much more. Restaurants in downtown Plymouth are currently paying $1.50 per square foot of patio dining space. City officials want to change that ordinance and had proposed initially going up to $15 per square foot. We spoke to business owners last month who say that costs would be prohibitive, to the point where the owner of the popular sardine room said it doesn't seem viable to have outdoor dining open at that cost. The other item under consideration, changing the setback from 6 to 9 feet. But restaurant owners we spoke to tell us they've already spent tens of thousands of dollars building these patios, and that losing 3 feet would hurt. City officials have said they do not want to end patio dining, but they do want uniformity and want to be in compliance with ADA standards. And I just spoke with the city manager just a few moments ago. It sounds like that $15 per square foot of patio dining space is no longer on the table. But what they are going to be discussing tonight is if there is a different number other than that $150 that does make sense and how to move this along. Also, these changes if adopted tonight at a meeting at Castor Park, which starts at 7, go into effect, it wouldn't even go into actionable things until April 1st of 2024. So we'll be at that meeting tonight. We'll let you know what happens, of course, tonight at 11. Reporting live in Plymouth, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
You know what? Updates to come. All right, Pam.
Well, the no winner on Friday has tomorrow's Mega Millions jackpot sitting at $1.5 billion. So that makes it the third largest jackpot in U.S. history. It comes after going 31 straight drawings without a winner. The odds of winning sit at 1 in 302 million. And tomorrow night we'll have the big drawing live on Local 4 News at 11 right off the top of the show. So be sure to tune in to get your winning numbers.